it finally happened. We got a freaking SHANG-CHI movie. That's a title I never expected to see on the screen, especially on the big screen in big budget mode. The SHANG-CHI is the very first Marvel album I ever read. I even have them still to this day. I'm not even sure it was the year. It's in Danish or in US dollars. This would be around 50 cents. It's number 7, lucky number 7. Cocaine Fortress. It's pretty freaking cool. It didn't set SHANG-CHI on the cover, but the character was named SHANG-CHI. In the, see what I'm saying? SHANG-CHI. In the album, or the comic book, what do you call it? We even got the last page is a Bruce Lee, some text around about Bruce Lee. Everything from birth, father, mother, siblings, wife, children, death, cause of death, height and weight and education, a lot, movies, and martial art. It's just some small stuff about the dragon. Yeah, oh yeah, the dragon. I almost forgot I got the t-shirt on today. But yes, so I was pretty freaking surprised to see that this character, my very first Marvel magazine character, was getting a origin movie in present day. That was mind blowing. That's still mind blowing to me. It's like, are we really living in in the golden matrix right now, where every dream project seems to be made in some near future or already has been? Every title you could possibly dream about, like in my world, it would be a SHANG-CHI movie. It's like, and they even made him a new character in the MCU. They even found somehow to fit him in. And I'm not gonna spoil anything in this video, so you can take a breather. It's not gonna be crucial. It's not gonna spoil your experience watching this the first time. Not everybody was a kung fu fighting. I really love this character. This is the golden age of Marvel in my head, because it was my first introduction and my first Marvel love, and to this day it holds. After this, I discovered Bruce Lee a couple of years after with home video, because this was before VHS in the homes. We did not have it. We had one channel at this point. Yeah, one channel, and no kung fu on the channel at all. At all. The only thing we had was good at that point was Space 1999. The movie is, I don't know, it's a very simple story, or should I say it's simple? I don't know. It's not very big. and yet again it's not very small. It's just perfect. It's just right. It's just what the doctor had ordered. I was about to say, because you're not getting overload with some, oh shit, let me try to figure this out. You never do that in an MCU movie, anywho. But you never know. Some of these days we will. Maybe in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness or something, but they're keeping it simple, and that's how I like it. Small stories, one at the time. Even though some of the movies are almost 2.5 hours long, or yeah, Endgame 3 hours. But I guess the action is filling up the minutes. The suspense, the action, the spectacular adventure, and this one is not shying away from that formal, but it's like the magazines. It's taking it down to some more. It's more comprehensive. What do you call that? It's more old school. It's like we have 10 rings, and we got magic, and we got dragons, and we got a mystic forest, and we got a lot of what's it called? Asian, like the Asian. Everybody's seen the Asian porcelain figures, or when they have a festival with fireworks, China, and they got the big dogs where they are going inside them. That kind of. It's not a dragon. It's some kind of, I don't know, ancient Chinese dog, but magic. Big one. These dogs, my parents have them on the shelf, but in porcelain. Big blue porcelain dogs sitting on some kind of tabaret, and the dogs are in it. It's freaking great. It's just a small detail, but it really makes the movie legit. It's not like they're using other kinds of mythical Asian or made up new animals, because you don't have to. The Asian history and religion and mythology is filled with beautiful images of a lot of different, all from dragons to Buddha. It's all beautiful in my head, anywho. So we're in that territory. We never leave that. It's not. I would even say the movie, like in the comic book, the comic book pays a lot of homage to Bruce Lee, because he was the big dragon at the time. But the movie, funny enough, in a couple of the scenes we get some big Jackie Chan vibes. And not only vibes, but I would say Easter eggs, or what you call it today. We got a fight scene on a moving bus. That's a typical Jackie Chan. Never saw Bruce Lee do that. We actually seen Jackie Chan do that more than once. One of his most famous fighting scenes is on a moving bus. Can't remember if it was Police Story 1 or 2. I think it was Police Story 2. But and we got the fight on a what do you call that? In Denmark, it's called a stillads. I'm trying to think about the name. When you're working on a building outside, we have some, and in Asia, it's or in the Jackie Chan movies, it's made out of bamboo. You got some small bridges you can work on, and you can, spruce up the house from the outside. And a typical Jackie Chan scene would be a fight on one of these, can't remember the name, you know what I'm talking about, and they're falling down, and they got a lot of they're using the boards as if it was a Jackie Chan as a swing or some kind of trapeze, and it's all good, and that's also in this one. So what I'm saying. So that makes it more like a Jackie Chan homage than a Bruce Lee homage. Funny enough, in the new movie, but it kind of makes sense because nowadays Jackie Chan deserves every single bit as much respect we give, we give Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee was the barn door opener, the fire starter, the original dragon, and but Jackie Chan, he haven't let his master down at all. Let me remind you that Jackie Chan knew Bruce Lee. He worked with Bruce Lee. I don't know if he wasn't like a stuntman for Bruce Lee. I heard somebody said that he was Bruce Lee's stuntman. He was awesome. It was more like he was a fighter in the movie. Like fighter number 7, fighter number 11, whatever. And he got some great stories and some Jackie Chan about that, and funny stories. So yeah. Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan was from the same boiling pot. So I guess it's only fair that I was just surprised to see the Jackie Chan, nods. The thank you Jackie Chan for all the great movies. I guess it was a homage to Jackie to bring that in to this movie. So any freaking who, I don't know what I'm gonna tell you about the movie without ruining it for you. As I mentioned in some smaller words, detail, is that we have the origin story, and he has a sister, he has a father, he has like a mother, and it's like a family tragedy. It's very easy to follow. It's like the dumbass father, and there's a reason why he's not up to snuff. Very cool, and it all it's not going to stop the movie with a cliffhanger. It's a very short journey. It's like go back to your birth country, because he starts in San Francisco. He lives SHANG-CHI with his not real girlfriend, but just a girlfriend, and they go to China to straighten things out concerning his father and mother and sister. And we got the Jackie Chan fight on the bus, and we got some on the working place outside the building. I can't remember the name still. I'm gonna later tonight. It's gonna. Oh yeah, dumbass. But we have some great things in it. We got Ben Kingsley's character coming back. Doing he plays the actor from Iron Man 3, that played the Mandarin, but in this one, the real Mandarin is in it, and that's a reason why Ben Kingsley's character is still around, and that's freaking funny. Ben Kingsley is funnier than ever. He's making some kind of... Every time he says something in the movie, he's doing something with his eyes. It's hilariously... I don't know. For me, I always laughed hardest at the response. Not the joke in itself, but the look of the face of the people surrounding the joke. The second after. That's where I'm laughing. That's the face, the expression. And Ben Kingsley's face in this one is like hilarious. Hilariously funny. He is golden. And everybody in it is fantastic. I'm not gonna mess around with all the names. Frankly, to be frank, I have... My brain is... I'm not kidding. I have a hard time remembering names, so sometimes I just give up. It's just like, I'm gonna try to explain who I'm talking about. That's what I do every day. Anywho, so some names I can remember, but I don't know. A lot of names just disappear the second after I read it or hear it, or 5 seconds after. But some will stay. But yeah, I'm not familiar with the guy who played Shang-Chi in it. I think he did a great job. I'm really looking forward to see him some more. I'm sure this will not be the last of Shang-Chi in the MCU, because there is an end credit scene that promise you this was only the beginning, without spoiling what's happening. But there is a small update on the whole, the core of the MCU in the end credit scene. It's really fucking great, especially after, when you think about it, it was like, oh yeah, I did not think I was, because in my place I was still like awestruck over sitting and watching the Kung Fu movie. It was really epic. We got Michelle, what's her name from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, with the flying and stuff. You saw the movie? What was that? It's a Will Ferrell comedy. We got some kind of homo doing some home dildo party, and he's trying to express over the housewives in the suburbs that the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is awesome. I think his name is Andy in real life. I can't remember the rest, but I love that joke. Check it out. I think it was the where the movie when the Godfather, Will Ferrell stuff, Hank the Tank, Old School. Yeah, I just think it's called Old School. See that one again, Old School, with Hank the Tank and the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon joke. But Michelle from Crouching Titan, that's pretty hard to say. But yes, Michelle from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is in it. She is just lovely, really freaking lovely. Damn. I would marry her. If she would marry me, I would marry Michelle Yeoh. I don't know how you say her name, but yeah, I'm gonna write it. And that's almost unfair. I wrote the name of his aunt in the movie, but not his. Yeah. But yes, as I said, we got a lot of great. It's freaking fantastic. What more can I say? We got Awkwafina. Her name is Awkwafina. She calls herself Awkwafina. She's really funny. Like, freaking funny. And she even got a fanny pack on. I love the way she walks. She has a very funny walk. Even my sister said it to me in the theater. I love the way she walks. It's like, yeah, me too. So it's just done right. I can't imagine why Kevin Feige has a soft spot for this. Maybe me and Kevin Feige have this in common. Shang-Chi was our first Marvel character. The first one is sometimes the one you never can't get out of your head. I don't know why that's just how it is. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stop talking about the movie because I'm afraid to start spoiling anything. But yes, this is a proper freaking origin story. It might be my favorite one so far of the origin movie stories in the MCU. I have to see it again and again to know how exactly where to put it. But it immediately got really, really high up on the list. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me in my heart to say anything under 10 out of 10 but I am. Let me say that right away, because it doesn't. It's not a movie that it, though it's very beautiful and it is one of the most beautiful Marvel movies so far made. I don't know why I see it as a smaller type movie. Maybe because of the whole the inner core of the narrative. It's very simple: mother, father, son, daughter. And that's it. And a dragon, and a village, and a hidden forest, and a fast-moving car, and a boss, and San Francisco. The end. But it's so. Is that gonna hurt the rating? My rating of it? It's difficult. Very difficult. Let me say it like this. I would love to give this 10 out of 10 because I love it. I almost love this title too much to make a a number, because in my heart I easily could have been a part of making this movie. I feel like that. I feel like it was my baby, but a baby that I never would seen being born, so to speak, in a movie version. And now I have it, and maybe I still doesn't compute it. It's getting a bit too much these days. We're getting a lot of great stuff we never thought we would, get. But here it is, Shang-Chi. Holy, thank you, Tomagato. So, I will just give it a title: a great fucking movie, a beautiful piece of art, a big fucking. It's also a big fucking love letter to the kung fu genre and to the people that have given us the great kung fu movies, all from Bruce Lee all the way to Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So we got the retro, the birth of kung fu to the new wave of kung fu, that to the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and stuff like that is also very inspirational for the modern action movies like John Wick and whatnot. So yeah, go see it. I would that may that be the words of today. It's a fantastic love letter to the kung fu movie. Domanagato. You know I love you. Thank you very much, Room. See you in the next video.